let's talk about Leafy because, well, he got banned off of Twitch. And I don't think I think at this point, well, no one's really surprised. I don't really know that much about Leafy, but I do know from what I hear from other people, and other commentary people that he does a lot of edgy humor. So once again, it just came back to bite him in the ass. Now I'm not sitting there knocking him for what he does, but I feel like when you start doing content like that, like it's only a matter of time before you just rub someone the wrong way or you say something that you shouldn't say. I mean, hell, in his email towards Twitch, he basically says, and I'm just paraphrasing, that he has, he know that he was kind of going over the edge a little bit, but he thought that they would give him at least a warning. Now, I'm gonna sit there and play devil's advocate. Now, on one hand, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of don't believe them. I don't think that Twitch would just sit there and just straight up just kick you off their platform, like over a first offense. I think they would at least try to give him a warning. So this whole, oh well, you guys didn't give me. I feel like that's just kind of like covering his ass. I really do. Um, this is the same guy that didn't really understand why he got kicked off of YouTube not that long ago, and I kind of felt like that was a bold-faced lie also. So I don't know. I'm finding it really hard to believe. Plus his whole attitude, like he comes across as the type of guy that wants to sit there and shit on platforms that make him successful. The minute he got kicked off of YouTube, he was all like, "Oh well, your site is lame and it's trash and whatever." But then he also talks about how he wants to sit there and appeal it. So I'm like, well, which one is it? So with this whole Twitch thing, I'm just like, I don't know. A lot of stuff just didn't add up. Now, on the other hand, let's just sit there and say that he did something, they didn't give him a warning, and he just kicked him off the platform. Now, yeah, I think that that's pretty fucked up. There's just no other way around it. They could have gave him a warning. You want people to sit there and go on your site, use it, bring a lot of people in. The dude has a lot of followers. It would have been very beneficial for the site, so I don't understand why they couldn't just sit there and say, hey, listen, you need to kind of chill out with some of the stuff that you're saying or some of the stuff that you're doing, whatever. So yeah, on that, and yeah, it's fucked up what Twitch did. But then I also sit there and I kind of look at it and I'm like, listen, the type of content that Leafy does is edgy humor. Now, it's always a gamble whenever you start doing stuff like that, because eventually you're going to say something or do something that's going to rub someone the wrong way, that's going to offend someone at some point. I mean, it's called edgy content for a reason. So you're always sitting there playing a gamble. So, I mean, again, is anyone actually really surprised to hear that he got banned off of Twitch? Now, this is, from what I'm understanding, a permanent ban. I don't know. I'm assuming that this guy is going to sit there and try to appeal it, see what happens. At this point, a lot of people sit there saying at this point, well, you know what, he still got Storyfighter. But again, it's Leafy. So the question really is, how long is he going to be on Storyfighter? Because and this is just my guess, I feel like at some point he's going to get kicked off of there too. I'm very torn because as a content creator myself, I should feel some sort of empathy for him as far as getting kicked off of these platforms left and right. And again, if Twitch did that, yeah, I don't really exactly like the dude because of his personality, but I don't think it's right what Twitch did if they did if they didn't give him a warning. But then I'm also just like, you know what, listen, in this whole game of creating videos and stuff like that, it's always a gamble. And on one hand it sucks, but on the other hand it's like, listen, this is the type of stuff that you chose to do. So when you do stuff like that, there's always a risk involved. So I'm kind of just like, I don't know exactly how sorry I should actually feel for a guy who is gambling on a daily basis of doing videos that could potentially get him kicked off of said any platform. So, with that being said, I'm going to end this video. Let me know what you think. Do you think that he deserved to get kicked off? Do you think that he's going to get kicked off of Storyfire next? Write down your opinions below. Let me know what you think of the situation. Have a great weekend. I will catch you in the next video.